Welcome to SATdecoded.com. In the video today, we're going to be talking about solving absolute value equations. But before we can talk about solving equations, we have to first understand what absolute value means. So the definition of absolute value is how far a number is from 0 on the number line. So for example, if we have a number 5 right here and we want to find the absolute value of 5, what does that mean? That just means how far is this 5 from 0 on the number line? Well, here's the 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's 5 units from 0 on the number line. So the absolute value of 5 is equal to 5, positive 5. Okay? What if they wanted us to find the absolute value of negative 5? Well, again, we just find out how far is this number, negative 5, from 0 on the number line. So maybe negative 5 is right here. How far is that from 0? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So again, it's a distance of 5 from 0. So the absolute value of negative 5 is also equal to 5. Both of these are positive. In fact, absolute value is virtually always positive. The only case where absolute values do not come out to be positive is if you take the absolute value of 0. Because that just means how far is 0 from 0 on the number line? And point 0 is right here, and that's a distance of nothing from itself, so it equals 0. Okay? And 0 is neither positive nor negative. That's the only situation where an absolute value is not positive. So if you ever catch yourself in a situation where you end up solving something and you get the absolute value of x equals, let's say, like negative 3, you know you've done something wrong because you can never have a negative absolute value. That's because you can never have a negative distance towards 0. Okay? So I'm going to clear this and let's go ahead and solve these questions. So this question says the absolute value of x equals 5. So they want us to solve for x. What is x? Well, all we do is write out exactly what we see inside the absolute value bars, and you write it out exactly the way it is, except without the bars. Then you write or, and again, the stuff inside the absolute value bars never changes. You just write it out exactly the way it is, so just x equals, but now you flip the sign. So instead of 5, we're going to flip the sign. It becomes negative 5. So there's our answer. X is either 5 or negative 5. You get two possible answers. All right, this question. Absolute value of x equals 0, so that just means same thing, write the stuff inside the bars without the bars this time, so x equals 0. Okay, now we can write or, we're going to flip the sign, x equals, remember, the x never changes signs. You keep whatever is inside the bars exactly the way it is. Never flip the signs inside the bars. Okay, so x equals, but we do flip the sign right here, negative 0. But what does negative 0 mean? It just really means the same thing as x equals 0. Because 0 and negative 0 are the same thing. So really, the answer is just one single x equals 0. Alright, if we look at this one, the absolute value of x equals 4/3. Same idea. Stuff inside the bars, you just write it exactly the way it is. X equals 4/3. Or, stuff inside the bars stays the same. You don't add any signs, so just x equals. But now you flip the sign for the opposite side. Okay, equals negative 4/3. So you get two possible answers again. The next one is a little bit more complicated, but not too bad either. This time it says the absolute value of the quantity x plus 3 equals 10. So again, you just write whatever is inside the absolute value bars exactly the way it is, but don't include the bars, equals 10. Or, remember, stuff inside the bars never changes, but you just write it without the bars, equals the opposite. So you add the negative sign right here, becomes negative 10. And then you go ahead and you just solve this. So x plus 3 equals 10. So we subtract 3 from both sides. So that becomes 7. So x equals 7. And this side, if we subtract 3 from both sides, we get negative 13. So we get x equals 7 or negative 13. Two possible answers. All right, same idea here. The quantity x minus 5 is in absolute values, and all of that equals 7. So we do x minus 5 equals 7. Again, the stuff inside the bars does not change signs. Or x minus 5, without changing the signs, equals -7, because now we can change the signs. And then you just solve this by adding 5 to both sides, so that equals 12. So x is equal to 12, or if we add 5 on this side, we get -2. So we get x is 12 or -2. Okay? All right, this one. The quantity 2x minus 3 is inside absolute values, and all of that equals 6. So what is x? Well, same idea. 2x minus 3 equals 6. We just write it exactly the way it is without any absolute value bars. Okay? Or 2x minus 3. Again, the stuff inside the absolute value bars does not change. Don't add the signs. Don't flip signs. Don't do anything. Equals, now we can flip the sign, equals -6. Okay? Now we go ahead and solve both sides. So add 3, that becomes 9. So we get 2x equals 9. Divide by 2, so x equals 9 over 2. Or if we do this one, we add 3, that makes this side -3. So we get 2x equals -3. Okay, and divide by 2 on both sides, x equals -3 over 2. So those are our two possible answers. X is either 9 over 2 or x is -3 over 2. Okay, so that's really all there is to it. Just make sure whatever is inside the absolute value bars never changes. Don't add the signs, don't flip signs, don't change anything. Okay, it's really only the other side, the part that is not in absolute values, that can change signs. Okay, all right, good luck. I'll see you in the next video.